defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. From the gun, a give to Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Franks now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
After the turnover, it's Tua. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them are running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Marlon Davidson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Pass incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Dolphins' new punter for 2021, Michael Palardy, on to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Davis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2nd and 1
is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, Franks. He'll drop this off for Davis. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
And that's a good substantial run there from Mike Davis. And how about his career resurgence? Because he's bounced around a bit in the NFL. From San Francisco to Seattle to Chicago to Carolina. And now here with the Atlanta Falcons. Always dependable, Mike Davis.
Franks now to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Davis running right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Come on, no, come on. Red, yellow.
Here's Tua.
Number 53, height 53.
He sets to fire deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
54. Focus, defense, focus.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Don't let him breathe. Striker, 3-3. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check safety, check safety. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
From the gun, it's Tua. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Second and 10.
53, check 53. Let's get it together. Yellow.
Tua to throw again.
Mike.
He's got Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Wide, get wide.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Check Mike 45. No chance. 45. Mike.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hey, you're on an island. Check 82. Watch it.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Franks, third down from the gun. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Falcons. At plays like this, that's exactly why you take a Kyle Pitts with a 4th overall pick. So exciting with the ball in his hands, and he showed it off there.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
From the 27, Tua. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Well, we saw Tua Tagovailoa hit on some big ones in his college days to Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy, and that left arm pretty underrated in terms of strength.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now it's Patterson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Franks looking to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Mims. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Second down and 3. Here's a give to Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Franks. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On fourth down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffrichter to punt. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Huh, interesting. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they should...
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. He's at the 50. 30. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this 1st half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number 1, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this 2nd one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, he's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
I got you.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll run it here with Logan. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. This is Gaskin on the carry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Bang, 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 bang. Go.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Foya Sade Aluakin able to get in there and drop him behind the line. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. The run on fourth and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw from his end zone. Franks. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, here I come. Smash, red. Here I come.
Tua going to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Davis. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first. Here's Gaskin. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Parker. And some room to maneuver. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Check.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They get this out wide to Gaskin. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play.
That's another Dolphins 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Tua. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Davis, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Franks. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 76 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Two are going to try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
Everyone, Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Tua to Fuller for a Miami first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point, it's up and good. And Harvey, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Now it's Patterson. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Franks now. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
First down throw. Here's Franks.
That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jalen Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Tua. Well, that's into the hands of Gesicki.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. Tua to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quentin Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Falcons, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.